Welcome live to Bourbon Street in New Orleans, Louisiana, as 6 News continues bowling with the Bears. Now, this Sugar Bowl run, Matt, a product of a massive turnaround.
On one side of the ball, wholesale changes. On the other, just building off of 2020.
You know, I'd say that worked pretty well. So tonight, we're going to take a look at what went into that turnaround, taking the Bears from 2-7 a year ago to 11-2 and back to the Sugar Bowl in 2021.
When you see plays like this, it makes it even more impressive the turnaround Baylor made in such a short amount of time.
There wasn't a lot of things I saw in a 2-7 season I liked.
After a struggle through 2020, the Bears made wholesale changes on offense. Not only a new offensive coordinator, a whole new scheme. From the traditional spread to a run-first offense, an especially tough change given.
We knew last year that we weren't a good team running the ball when we came in this year, and Coach Grimes put a big emphasis on that wide zone. And so it's like, as you guys can see, when that wide zone is working, that wide zone is working.
That was after September 18th's Baylor win at Kansas. As the calendar flips to 2022, the offense has only improved. Baylor went from struggling to get to 90 rushing yards per game in 2020 to almost 215 this year.
Anytime that we can get an offense that throws body blows and gets people to bring their guard down where you can get a knockout shot, we'll take it.
I'll give all that credit to Coach Aranda for keeping this group together and keeping them focused. And his tremendous job of putting the players first allowed us to try to recover from that 2-7 season.
On defense, there was no rebuilding the wheel. Baylor entered bowl season the #2 scoring defense in the Big 12. Why?
That's used one of the best assets they have is their minds. So we do a lot more checking at the line of scrimmage by off of formations and situations. And I'm putting a lot on their plate. And why? It's because they can handle it. And that's a lot of fun to do as a football coach.
All right, well, another part of this turnaround has been a journey that this program has been on, from a Heisman Trophy to a massive scandal. A coach who succeeded so quickly, yes. He traded Saturdays for Sundays.
Yeah, and now they're in the Sugar Bowl. This Baylor football team has certainly had their fair share of highs and lows. Right now, they're going to have to use what they've learned from the past to potentially win on Saturday.
I mean, it totally felt like he fell off a cliff, you know.
Former Baylor offensive lineman Blake Blackmar says that the program has swam through a river of turmoil. Playing through the Art Briles era and scandal, a transitional Jim Grobe time, and Matt Rule's beginning, he's seen a lot in a short time. The toughest, the 2016 season, following Briles' dismissal.
At that point in time, you had guys quitting every week. You know, it was such a bad mumbo jumbo in the air.
Then Matt Rule came to town, and despite a 1-11 campaign to start in 2017, Blackmar sensed a change. One fueled by a young class of players who are still around on this 2021 team as seniors.
They came into a tougher situation than most young guys, fought through all that, then they fought through a coaching change. They went through COVID, it's just one thing after the other. And now they're sitting here as a Big 12 championship, building their legacy.
Senior defensive back Jalen Petrie is the only recruit still with the program from the Art Briles days. He is one of the guys Blackmar is referring to.
Your career is going to be long. It's about what you learn each and every day and how that sticks with you in order to, develop as the player and the person that you want to be.
Petrie chose Baylor. It's paid off. Despite tough years, he's a Big 12 champ. For Blackmar, it's come full circle with Dave Aranda, a man he never played for, but one who has his approval.
I'd like to think that Aranda sees what I saw in Baylor. It's a place that you go to build something. Choosing to stay at Baylor, you're going to be a lifelong Baylor Bear, favorite. You're going to be, no one's ever going to turn against you at Baylor.
Choosing not to leave, it's certainly something that Blackmar and Aranda have in common. Blackmar says he knew this program was changing during that 0-5 stretch in 2017. During the bye week, they did not take off, punishments were enforced, and the culture was truly set right then and there.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's part of the reason why some people are surprised by this run of the Sugar Bowl. Others are not one of those. Our own Nikki Latarullo this morning sat down with the president of Baylor University, Linda Livingstone, who says she's among those. Not surprised at the success this team is having this year.
Well, and that's because of the coach who Dave Aranda is and how he's gotten this program to buy in.
Yeah, Aranda has the Bears 11-2 this season. Potentially can get to 12 wins for the first time in school history. He's done it while staying calm, cool, and collected. But Livingstone says he has a side some of us don't know about.
Coach Aranda is just such a wonderful person. He has a great sense of humor. I don't know that you see that always in the press conferences.
Were you surprised when you saw the fourth down reaction when they won the Big 12 championship? He was like,
that's pretty typical Dave Aranda on big plays, you know. I think he just had so much confidence in the defense. He knew they were going to do it. But that was one of the most exciting plays I've ever seen.
Look, it's one of the most exciting games I've seen too, but all I can picture is Dave Aranda reading the Bernstein Bears. We will have this entire sit-down coming up tomorrow on our special presentation of Countdown to Kickoff Bears in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's going to be a great one. Starts at 6 on KCEN. For now, Curtis Quillen, Matt Lively, live in New Orleans. We're going to go enjoy the fun. Stick around.